Out of all the thousands of League skins, the ones that usually reinvent and often improve some champs are the legendary skins. Most of the time they have cool themes and are super well made, and it's kinda Riot's job to make sure every new skin comes with new details and interesting stuff, so you feel like it's worth all the RPs you're dropping. Though, let's be honest, that's not always the case. Anyway, in this video, I'm gonna show y'all all the secret or cool mechanics of legendary skins, those that are so rare or so hidden that you probably didn't even know they existed. So let's get started with one of the best skins in the game, Surprise Party Fiddlesticks. Before Fiddle's rework, this skin was pretty ugly, like basically a chroma that barely changed anything in his model, just some minor skill effects. That was standard back in those Dark League days. Do you guys think that back then people thought these skins were good? Like, did anyone look at that and think, oh my god, this is amazing, I need to spend money on this? The same way we do with some skins today? If so, it's likely that in the future someone will be asking this exact same question while looking at a skin that we currently think is super awesome. Kinda interesting to think about. But anyway, even today, it's still the only skin in the whole game that changes the icons of the champ's abilities. Back in the day, only his E icon changed, from a crow to this little balloon animal. But after the rework, all his ability icons changed to fit the party vibe. And since the beginning, this skin had that special effect where when Fiddle fears a champ, he gets this silly party face. Party hat. That little tongue thing I don't know the name of. And even a bow tie. No other skin does that. After the rework, the skin just got way better, with Fiddle's horror vibe turned into this creepy party clown, kinda like Pennywise, right? He even has voice lines referencing the movie.
Kiss me, fat man!
Moving on, let's talk about Project Ash. If you look at her splash art, she's got the hood and mask over her face. But if you're detail-oriented, you'll notice that in-game, sometimes she takes off the hood, showing her face. But it's not random. When Ash is on her team's side of the map, her face is uncovered. But once she crosses mid and goes into the enemy's side, she covers up, ready for combat. Project Vayne has something kinda similar, but different. She only puts the mask on when an enemy is nearby. Same thing with Project Renekton, except he also masks up whenever he uses a skill, not just when there's an enemy nearby. Even jungle monsters trigger it for him. Man, he's the opposite of I have no enemies. He's got all the enemies. Man's never safe. But anyway, there are other cool, subtle details, like skins that evolve as the game goes on. Caitlyn's legendary skins show this really well. Her Pulsefire skin, just like Ezreal's, upgrades her gun at level 6, giving it a more techie look. In Battle Academia, Caitlyn, the gun also evolves, but not with levels. This time, it changes based on how many full items you've got. One change when you get your first item, then again at 3. There's a recent skin that also evolves, which is Spirit Blossom Ash. As she levels up, her bow changes appearance. Her ultimate also changes appearance when you level up the skill. In the Battle Academia Ezreal skin, there's a really subtle but super cool animation detail. When he ults, depending on his level, it's like he doesn't fully control his ultimate yet. So when he ults at level 6, he looks kind of scared, covers his face like he's trying to avoid getting hurt by his own power, and even changes his voice lines. It's like he's shouting the name of his ability with a bit of fear.
Crimson Cobalt!
Then, at level 11, he's learned more about his power and fires the ultimate with more strength. He also speaks with more confidence.
Crimson Cobalt!
And at level 16, he strikes a pose while firing and shouts super confidently and without fear, showing that he's completely mastered the skill.
Crimson Cobalt!
Classic anime vibes. Also, there's the detail with Ezreal's passive. The more stacks he has, his hair starts glowing and changes color, kinda like a Super Saiyan. Another evolving skin is Sentinel Graves. Early on, his skills have this dark greenish-black vibe from the Black Mist, but once he hits level 11, his skills switch to a lighter tone, showing that he's no longer corrupted. Going to the next one, Sona Psyops has a super sick mechanic too, tied to her lore. In her lore, she's this powerful human being experimented on, trapped in a machine. So before level 6, she looks trapped. But once you unlock her ult, she breaks free, changing both her appearance and all her animations. Not gonna lie, I'm seeing all this stuff and thinking, yo, maybe Riot ain't that trash after all. Nah, scratch that, they're still trash. Changed my mind. Another way some skins evolve is through champ passives. Thresh's legendary skins do this a lot, like Darkstar Thresh. When he collects 40 souls, his lantern, which is a black hole, gets way bigger and with new effects. Same with Spirit Blossom Thresh. Collect 45 souls, ult, and boom. He transforms into that human form you see in the splash, and he can also toggle forms after that with control +5. Another small but cool skin evolution, Final Boss Veigar. The more AP he gets from passive, the bigger his ult gets. It can be hilariously huge. Plus, when he farms minions, there's this retro smoke effect, like old school video game death animations. Also, when he gets a passive stack, you see a little Rely above his head. A super simple but cool touch. Make a Kingdom's Jax. When he's low HP, his suit starts sparking like it's malfunctioning. Simple, but I love it. Just like how I'd love if you hit that like button, share the vid, and subscribe. Most of you aren't subscribed, so please consider helping me out. Also, I'm looking for narrators. If you're interested, you can contact me through the methods in the description or pinned comment. Back to it. Some legendaries have interactivity with skills. For example, True Damage Echo. The whole game has a True Damage track playing in the background. When Echo procs his passive and gets that movement speed, the music speeds up, and when he ults, the music rewinds and shifts tone. That's one of the craziest details I've ever seen. Then there's the big flashy stuff. Pentakill animations that alter the whole map for a few seconds. Right now, only 2 legendaries do this. Empyrean Pike and Winterblessed Diana. Soul Fighter Samira also changes it, but it's an ultimate skin. These champs were chosen because they've got some of the highest pentakill rates in the game. Not every champ's gonna get that. I mean, imagine giving that to Yuumi. It wouldn't really be that relevant for the skin. Diana's skin. When she hits her ult on 2+ enemies, she transforms for a bit. And if she pentas, it starts snowing across the whole map and an aurora pops up. Super pretty. With Pike, every time he kills in a row, not necessarily with ult, a rift opens where the enemy died. The more he kills, the bigger the rift gets. On the 5th kill, it blows up. The map gets all these insane planet effects and flashy ground colors. Speaking of skins that need kills to activate stuff, Battle Queen Katarina has this unique mechanic where every 3 kills, her daggers change. Not just the model, the color of her skills and ult too. She's got 6 different colors, and after 15 kills, you can rotate through them with Coral +5. Another cool skin trend Riot's doing more is screen effects, usually when you ult or go invisible, like Project or Sentinel Vayne. When she ults and goes invisible, you get that slick border effect around the screen. Same with Space Groove Teemo when he stealths, or Evelyn Coven. When she hits level 6, you get that overlay too. Some skins use this for champ mechanics, like Project Renekton. There's a Fury bar on the side and a kill counter above skills. That kill counter's also in Battle Queen MF and Faker's Ahri skin. There's also skins that put these effect on the enemy's screen. Cosmic Lux, Dark Cosmic Lux, and Storm Dragon Lee Sin do this. Like if Lux kills you with Q, you get that cosmic space effect until you respawn. Lee Sin shocks your screen's edges too. Speaking of Lee Sin, his Storm Dragon skin interacts with the map. When he walks through river, his footsteps electrify the water. Plus, when he kills a dragon, there's a special execution animation with lightning striking the dragon pit. Would have been cooler if it was just for dragons, but it triggers for Rift Herald, Void Grub, and Baron too. Kinda ruins the vibe. But hey, Riot loves to flex the animations. Also, his Divine Heaven Scale skin also has a custom dragon kill animation. Bonus non-legendary skin Easter egg that I love. Storm Dragon Aurelian Soul. When he ults, there's a 1% chance that instead of a lightning bolt, a Lee Sin literally falls from the sky. These rare Easter eggs are all over, like Dark Cosmic Jin's Control +2 having a 4% chance of him shooting a little astronaut Teemo. Another example is Coven Nami. Her taunt has 10% chances of summoning a cute octopus, and her dance has 10% of doing the Squidward dance. Spirit Blossom sets Control +3, sometimes changes from a chill flute to an EDM beat. Club Vibes. His recalls got variants too. Sometimes his mom shows up, sometimes it's a shadow that's probably his dad. Lots of skins have variant recalls, like Pulsefire Caitlyn, who pops into different eras collecting hats, since she ain't wearing a top hat in this one. Or Dunkmaster Darius, who can do front or back dunks. Something pretty simple. Same with Empyrean Varus' skin, where there are 3 portals with different colors and shapes that he runs through. Then there's skins that transform during specific moments, usually ults, like Riven. When she ults, her sword gets huge. Or Yasuo, when he ults and gets that passive armor pen boost. But that Yasuo one lasts for such a short time that you can barely even see it. The only skins I can think of that transform for longer than just ult time are Eclipse Leona, both solar and lunar. When she ults, her armor and effects change and stick around till she dies. If we're talking about skins that transform only for the duration of the ult, there are several. I'll throw a bunch on screen. But honestly, even with all these crazy effects, map changes, secret mechanics, nothing beats Gentleman Cho'Gath. That's it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.